Welcome to this Google Hangout, where today you're going to actually get the opportunity to meet a local life coach serving the greater metro area of Washington, D.C. And who we have with us here today is Simone-Sophia. What I kind of want to do before we actually get into some of the questions we're going to ask, you can actually find Simone-Sophia several different ways in regards to if you're looking for a certified, somebody who really knows what they're talking about, can not just speak it but walks the walk in regards to this particular service. There's several different ways that you can actually get in contact with her. What we're going to do here is I'm going to show you the plethora of ways that you can get into meeting Simone-Sophia. The first thing that I want to introduce you guys to is her YouTube channel. I actually had the privilege and opportunity of meeting her 2-3 weeks ago, actually through a common community that we're a part of. Those of you that may know this particular person, Danny Johnson, she's an absolutely incredible business coach and so forth like that. So I actually found Simone-Sophia inside a particular group community event on Facebook, and that's what started my search in regards to finding more about Simone-Sophia. And what you see here, this is her YouTube channel that you can find her on. So go to YouTube and just type in Simone-Sophia. And if you type that in, you will see her channel will definitely come up. There's just hours and hours and hours, guys, of extremely incredible content in regards to dealing with a lot of different things in regards to entrepreneurs' guide to health, and in regards to just your overall general health yourself if you're not an entrepreneur. But if you're just an average everyday Joe or even a business person, here's the thing, guys. having a good overall life, and that's part of what her message is what you'll also be able to do is find her at her website, which is Heal Thyself Method, the Elite Entrepreneur's Guide to More Success and Less Stress. So if you're looking for more success and less stress, what I would definitely encourage you to do is come over here to her site. That is the healthyselfmethod.com is where you can find her. And of course, below this actual Google Hangout video will be all of the links that you'll be able to have direct links to get to all of this different content that I'm showing you right now. Then you can also go over to Facebook and find her on her business page there, Heal Thyself Method, over there on Facebook. And you can also, for all of you who are Pinterest users, you can also go over to Pinterest and find her there. And as you can see, this woman is extremely active in regards to fresh, brand new, engaging content, guys. As far as if you're looking for someone to mentor you and guide you through the process of having less stress and more success in your life, I would highly encourage you to get in contact with Simone-Sophia. Because, guys, let's realize there's 5 different things that definitely affect us from a health standpoint. Stress, fatigue, inflammation, detoxification, and another thing she specializes in is fibromyalgia. And what I want to do now is get into some Q&A here with Simone-Sophia so that you can find out exactly what brought her to this stage in regards to the service that she provides to the marketplace, which is Life-Coach-Services. Because we actually did have a little bit of a conversation before this interview, and I'll tell you, it's pretty amazing how personal experience can be the very thing that fuels your desire in regards to a particular service or a particular product that you want to bring to the marketplace and actually make yourself a living from that. And I know myself how important it is to have mentors and coaches and so forth in regards to your life. I have those things in my life myself. So when I saw actually what Simone-Sophia was providing and then started to dig into her content, I felt very, very confident in regards to letting people know and getting the word out in regards to the particular services and the different products and things like that, guys, that she actually does offer to the marketplace. So without further ado, here she is, the one and only, the phenomenal one, the trailblazer, as she calls so many of our subscribers. Without further ado, here's Simone-Sophia. So tell us, Simone, what brought you to wanting to do this in regards to providing the service to people in the marketplace?
Okay. Well, first, hi, Mark. Hi, everyone. Super excited to be here. Thank you. Oh, goodness. A few things brought me to being a life coach and a health coach. I will say the first thing was pretty much growing up and seeing my mother always in pain. So since I can remember, my mom has been plagued with severe rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, to the point where her hands were crippled. So if you look at your hands, how they're straight, hers are crippled up, so she can't straighten out her hands. She had hip surgeries and knee surgeries, and she was just always in pain. And I mean, just remember waking up so many mornings watching her pop pills just to be able to get out of bed and function, and lay there for 30 minutes before she can do anything else. Sometimes she couldn't even comb her hair or pick up a spoon to feed herself, kind of thing. I remember many mornings getting up and combing her hair and brushing her hair and having to spoon feed her because she was in so much pain. And to this day, I mean, it's gotten a little bit better, but she's still in a lot of pain. So as far as an external reason why I do it, like watching my mom suffer and going to the hospital with her and watching her in the hospital bed, and just, it was like the hospital felt like my second home. Me walking into a hospital is not a scary thing at all. And going to her rheumatologist and just seeing them prescribe prescription drugs, but never a what's the underlying root cause of why this is happening to her, and how do we heal that so that she can start healing her body. It was more of, here's another drug. Oh, okay, well, that's no longer working for you. Let's give you something more potent and more powerful. That's probably going to jack up your liver, but hey, at least you can get up in the morning 30 minutes later. And so for me, sure. I knew that there had to be a better way, and there obviously is. So that was one part of it. The second part was, for me, going through my own health challenges, and that ranged from moving out to California at the age of 24 without knowing a soul. Again, like you said, that's the Ruby in me, with literally like $400 in my pocket, and I had a job over there. And within a year, I was a go-getter, baby. I was like, I got $400, I've got a job over there, I'm gone. And so moving over there, but like a year later, realizing that this wasn't my purpose, and wasn't what I wanted to do. And it was a medical facility in Beverly Hills, and I was doing marketing for them and kind of flying to Hawaii for them and doing billing, all that kind of stuff, billing and collections and all of that. But it wasn't so much maybe the job. It was a point in my life where I realized this isn't for me. Sure. There's got to be more than just this. And it was like this calling on my life that I couldn't recognize because I was still pretty young. I was 24 going on 25 or so. But just getting up in the mornings and crying in the shower at 7 a.m. because I had to be at a job that I started hating because I felt there was no purpose in it. So though they were serving patients, my aspect of it was not really serving patients and being of service in that way. And for me, also kind of being a pearl, like I'm moved by service. I'm moved by a purpose. I'm moved by compassion. And with that job, that just wasn't an option. And then like I was saying before, we started talking, driving home from work and falling asleep at 7 o'clock with a glass of wine in bed because I knew I had to get up and do it all over again.
Sure.
And it was just depressing. I went through a very depressing point in my life. And they kind of call it the, how people have like the midlife crisis. So it's kind of at that point like the quarter life crisis. It's like, shouldn't I be married by now? Should I be popping out some babies? Like, where's my white picket fence kind of thing at 24? At 24 and 25, why do I not have this figured out yet? But so that was where I was at that point in my life. And so I knew I needed to, it wasn't just about food and what you put in your mouth. You can not lose weight because you're stressed out. You cannot lose weight because your relationships are all jacked up, because your money isn't right. So it wasn't just what you put in your mouth. It was, I had to look at a holistic way of doing things. So when people work with me and they come to me, I let them know straight off the bat, listen, yeah, I can give you a meal plan and tell you what to eat, but at the end of the day, you don't really need me to do that. You know how to do those things. But for some reason, it's not sustainable, right? So it's not sustainable because, as we know, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you are not taking care of your finances, if you are not taking care of your relationships, if you're not taking care of like your home environment, all of those things come into play. You have to look at health as a holistic thing. It's not just, I'm going to eat a salad today, and then you come home and you're scared to have your neighbors come into your home because you're a hoarder. You know what I mean? And that causes you stress. You're stressed out kind of thing. So we need to take a holistic look at health because mind, body, spirit, it really does align, and it really does come together. And so that's a little bit of what you'll learn when you work with me, besides like what I specialize in. But oh yeah, I'm going to be all up in your money. I am going to be all up in your who are you dating and how does he make you feel kind of thing, because all of those things are connected and it's so important. So that's how I started. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's a whole heck of a lot right there in regards to what you shared, Simone, and I really do appreciate the fact of you sharing some of your personal experience of how this evolved and how the awareness started from yourself, and then that nurturing, caring side of your personality, wanting to go out and say, okay, I know there's a solution. How can I find it? And providing that for people. And also too, I really hope that you heard that, guys. It's simple, but yet it's dynamic in regards to what she's actually going to do and the service that she's actually going to provide for you. So many people think, okay, if I change, okay, I'll just start eating better. But I can tell you from my own personal experience, even from what you just shared there, Simone, you have to look at every aspect of your life. I mean, I know myself, from some of the things that we've shared as we got into this, I'm starting to see now, guys, I'm telling you, just from what we've talked about before we actually start doing this interview of, okay, I definitely need to look at this, I need to look at this, I need to look at this, because all of those things are playing into why I'm at where I'm at right now in my life. I guess what I'd like you to do, Simone, because you gave some overall examples in regards to what you do provide. Kind of just take us through a scenario of, okay, I come to you and say, okay, Simone, I want a life coach. I want your services. How does that process start?
So first, it starts with a quick questionnaire that I have you fill out. And it's not to annoy you. Some people don't want to do those things. But for me, before I get on the phone with you, before I have my assistant schedule a time with you, send you an invoice, all of that stuff, I want to make sure that we're the right fit. So I have certain questions that I will ask. And if I kind of feel like this person isn't serious, okay, so say one of my questions is, are you currently doing something to better your health, whether it's buying organic or are you working out 3 times a week? Are you currently actively doing something? And if your answer is no, I'm probably not going to work with you, because again, I don't want to have to draw things out of you. I want someone who's like, listen, I'm trying, but I'm stuck somewhere. Can you help me out? But if it's someone where they're not even trying to get better, to get healthier in some kind of way, that's why I set up online programs. So for the beginner, so there'll be like a 28-day jumpstart. There's a 28-day jumpstart with a detox program to kind of get you going, get you started. And then when you've kind of gone through that program, if you're ready, we can work one-on-one. You can also join us in a group program. So usually I try to max out at about 50 because I still do want it to be small. So I'll bring in some expert interviews, some MP3s, some handouts, everything pretty much so you don't have to really think. So to walk you step by step. So basically it is everything that I have learned from my own research, from being a graduate of the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which was thousands of dollars, from all of these learning that I keep doing, the seminars from Zymogen to Metagenics. I mean, I never stop learning and taking everything that I know that I've spent years and literally over 30 grand learning, bringing it together and packaging it into a place where hopefully that you can afford it. And if you can't, obviously there's payment plans and all of that stuff. But it's taking a love of everything that I know to help you go from one challenge and to heal it. So go from point A to point Z, because there is so much information out there that you can look at everything and you're like, I'm completely confused. And that's where people get confused. They don't know if they should be a vegan. They don't know if they should be going paleo. They don't know if they should be a raw foodist. Like, there's just so much. And so it's like when you graduate from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, we are schooled on over 100 different dietary theories. So from Ayurveda to the zone, I've got your back. So for my job, it is bio-individuality. So everyone's body is different. Somebody could thrive off of raw foods or being a vegan, and other people are like, if I do not have my meat, I am going to rip somebody's head off. So, and I'm kind of that person, actually. I can go 3 days without meat, and after that, I'm like, I need some like animal protein, or I just do not feel well. And some people may say, oh, well, that's just the toxins leaving your body kind of thing. Maybe. But at the end of the day, I need to be able to function as an entrepreneur, as a healer, and this is what helps me function, and this is what helps me feel good. I think it's a big difference when you're maybe eating some animal proteins and some lean proteins from, Doritos and chips and all the stuff that actually doesn't nourish your body. So there's a big difference. So what we do at the Heal Thyself Method is kind of take everything that I have learned from 100 different dietary theories to supplementation to detox to high stress, fiber and fatigue, and figuring out what your body type is, and then seeing what's going to be best for you. Another aspect of it, I think, where people don't understand, where they hire a health coach or a health consultant in some way, you lay out all of your problems, and you're like, okay, now fix me. And more so, it's like, well, I kind of can't fix you. Like, but it's, I've heard of, here's what's going on with me, here are my challenges, and here are my ailments. I've heard of paleo. I've heard of raw foods. I've heard of being a vegan. I've heard of, fruit till 5 or 4 or whatever it is. So fine, I will give you as much information as I have on all of those, and I will hold you by the hand and walk you step by step so I can monitor what's going on with you. And for whatever reason, you're like, Simone, I've been doing this raw foods thing for maybe a week, and I have a lot of gas and bloating and whatever. Let's tweak it. Let's figure out what's going on. So the role of a health coach is not so much to kind of give you paperwork or give you a recipe or meal plan and say, hey, you're on your own, kid, do it and contact me again in 2 weeks. It's really, we need to monitor what's going on. I love to see your blood work as well, because again, when some people have what they think is high stress or fibromyalgia fatigue or chronic fatigue syndrome, it can also be a hormonal thing. It can also be like a viral thing. So I want to look at your blood work. I want to see your doctor's notes, all of that. So again, it's not just telling someone what to eat. You have to look at the root cause and look at the underlying cause of what's going on with their body. So that's what we do over at the Heal Thyself Method. Yes, sir.
There you go. There you go. There.
That's a little bit of what we do over there.
Yeah, that's a little bit, and it's not just which I hope people do appreciate the fact, Simone, that you do take the time out to walk that person through the process of Heal Thyself Method. Because guys, there's no quick fix to anything. I mean, the one thing that I've learned in regards to different things that I'm trying to, I want to see happen in my life is it's a process. Now, I know for certain personality types, we don't want to hear that it's a process. We want instant gratification. We want it now. But I think that's also the reason why some of us get into the situations we're in, is because we're constantly looking for this quick fix, quick solution. And I know, Simone, just from what you just shared there, I'm sitting here going, holy crap. There's a lot more to this than just here's your dietary plan. Okay, God bless. Hope things work out for you. So if you who have come across this video content, you who may be watching this right now, if that's important to you, somebody who's really going to take a general interest in regards to your overall health, not just here, have this diet plan and I hope things work out for you. But if you're looking for the personal touch, right, plus high tech, that's what you're going to get when you're looking for this particular service in your local area, in the greater Washington metro area. And also, too, think about it. Think about it from this perspective, right? This is what you got. This is what you've been given. And we're not all perfect. We don't all make perfect decisions. You know what I mean? And that's the thing,
Mark,
guys.
you're awesome. Yeah. You're perfect. Mark is perfect. What are you talking about?
And the reason why I'm kind of saying that, Simone, is that's where I've found, right, mentorship, coaching, as they call it. And not only that, if you just heard what Simone shared, right, it's that personal touch. It's finding out what makes you work, makes you tick, makes you do what you do, and really dissecting that to give you a plan and a process to walk you through so that you're healed in all aspects of your life. I know myself going through a recovery process myself, right? That's one thing that I came to find out, Simone, through that process was there was so much more to it than just, okay, I'm going to stop using drugs and alcohol. I'm going to stop doing those things. That was the easy part, to be quite honest with you. That was the easy part of the process. The challenge and the growth came from dissecting what you had just shared, right? The emotional, the financial, the spiritual. I mean, all of those different aspects in regards to what makes you who you are. So I guess the other question I guess we could go ahead and share is what are the, I know you alluded to that a little bit, right? There's the 28-day online program, but what is it that you're really looking to want to do in regards to the service that you're providing? What is the best way that, I guess, what's the best way somebody can get in contact with you?
The best way is to go over to the healthyselfmethod.com. Go on ahead to the contact page, send me an email, or you can go to the coaching page, read everything that I have there, and it gives you steps like step 1, step 2 of what I expect. So go here, fill out the little form. As soon as I get that or my assistant gets that, we'll go ahead and send over a scheduler, all of that. That's the best way to get in contact with me. I think what I want to emphasize is when it comes to the Heal Thyself method, though I am trained in so many different things, I really want to help people detox. I want to help them calm their inflammation. I want to help them fight their fatigue and learn how to release stress. Stress is a major thing, especially when you are a business leader or you are an entrepreneur. I mean, seriously, come on. How many of us are at our desk, whether we are in the office or at home, at 7 or even 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we're not going to bed or leaving our desk until 3 o'clock in the morning because we have so much going on and we don't know how to delegate. Especially when we're the Ruby kind of type. It's like, I can do it myself. I don't want anybody else to do it. And why didn't I do it kind of yesterday kind of thing. And for me, when I started my business a few years ago, I wore that as some kind of badge of honor. Like, yeah, I've been at my desk since 7 a.m. and now I'm going to bed at 3 a.m. kind of thing, and I'm back up on a Friday at 5 a.m. with all of my work spread out kind of thing. And that started to really eat away at me and cause me a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. And we kind of do that to ourselves when we are entrepreneurs and business leaders. And we don't have to have the whole world on our shoulders. Like, we can let go of some of it. And just learn ways to manage and release stress. We're never going to get rid of stress unless there are stressful situations that you are aware of that you know are not good for you, and we can start working on letting those go, whether that is a client, whether that is a lover, whatever it is. So yeah, when you come over to the Heal Thyself method, it's not just here's a meal plan or okay, you've got some inflammation. It's what is causing you stress and how do we either release that in a beautiful and loving way, or if we have to put our foot down and eradicate it because it doesn't know how to step off, we will do that too. But you are not alone in the process at all.
So there you go, guys. If you're looking for better health, more fun,
Yes.
you know, rejuvenation in regards to your personal life, your spiritual life, your financial life, your business, I would highly recommend, like I said, below this actual video will be all of the different ways that you can get in contact with Simone-Sophia in regards to the healthyselfmethod.com, in regards to her YouTube channel, and of course in regards to connecting with her on Facebook and also Pinterest. So I want to thank you so much, Simone, for giving me the opportunity to actually do this and to be able to present you to, my subscriber base, my friends on Facebook. My people that I connect with through YouTube, the great resources that we have nowadays in regards to getting the message out, and I felt compelled to do it because of the fact that for me, and this was weird because I normally don't do this research as much as I did, and the reason why, guys, is because here's what my personal experience was up to this point. The way that she drew me in to wanting to research her, because if you understand personality types, right, there's certain things that actually will bring people into engagement to your content in regards to what you're offering into the marketplace. One of the biggest things that I saw throughout all of her content was a root of encouragement, and a root of edification. That's what drew me in, was the sincerity of her wanting to really see people have success financially, spiritually, health, mentally, all of the different things that make you who you are. So if anything that we've shared today resembles with a solution that you're looking for, look no further. Go below this actual video content, click on the links, and go through the process so that you can have more fun, more money, and just have a better all-around life. So thank you so much, Simone. Are there any other closing things that you want to say before we cut this off?
I just want to tell everyone thank you so much for watching the video. And if you do come on over to the healthyselfmethod.com, and even just to say, hey, Simone, what's up? I loved your video. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to go further, I thank you in advance for investing in yourself. It's not about me. When I go to bed at night, I worry about my patients. I worry about my clients. So it's not about me at all. And I want to be of service. And thank you for allowing me to. And Mark, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, welcome, welcome. God bless, and take care, guys. Ooh.